Have you ever tried a low-carb or keto diet where you felt amazing at first and then you just hit a wall where it just stopped working? Maybe you're even feeling more tired, hangry, or stuck than ever. If that's you, you're not alone and there's a reason for it. Here's the truth. What actually used to work for you in your 30s or 40s might actually be sabotaging you now, especially in menopause. Spoiler alert, it's not your fault. The problem isn't you, it's the approach. Stick with me because in the next few minutes, I'm going to share with you one simple shift that you can make today to balance your hormones, crush cravings, and finally feel like yourself again. And trust me, it's not about cutting carbs, it's about working with your body, not against it. I remember when I first tried low carb, everyone swore by it. Just cut out the bread, pasta, and sugars, and the weight will fall off. At first, it did. But then my energy plummeted. My cravings got worse. My sleep was off. And instead of burning fat, I felt like my body was in survival mode. At one point, I was eating less than 50 grams of carbs a day, working out more, and still not losing any weight. And I kept thinking, maybe I need to cut out even more. Maybe I need to work out harder. Maybe I don't even have enough willpower. But none of that was the problem. The real problem was that my metabolism was adapting to the stress I was putting it under. And instead of burning fat, I was holding on to it. And here's the thing. I see this happening to so many women in menopause. If this sounds familiar to you, you don't have to keep struggling to figure this out on your own. That's exactly why I offer metabolism audits, because most women don't even realize that their metabolism changes in menopause. And what worked before can now backfire. If you've been struggling to lose weight, no matter what you do, click the link below to book your free metabolism audit so that we can pinpoint exactly what's going on in your body. This isn't about following another diet. It's about understanding your metabolism and what works for you in menopause. Most women think that weight loss is about eating less and moving more. But in menopause, your body is playing by a whole new set of rules. Here's what's really happening when you cut carbs too low. Cortisol spikes. In menopause, the stress hormone cortisol is already elevated. Low carb increases your cortisol even more, which tells your body to store more fat, especially around your belly. The thyroid gland slows down. Your thyroid controls your metabolism. If carbs are down too low for too long, your thyroid down, making weight loss even harder. Insulin sensitive changes. Instead of balancing blood sugar, too few carbs can cause cravings, energy crashes, and feeling hangry all the time. And this is exactly why low carb stops working in menopause. What used to work in your 30s and 40s might actually be sabotaging now. I've got a question for you. Have you ever tried low carb or keto and it started out working and then all of a sudden it stopped? Let me know in the comments. I'd love to hear your experience. So if low carb isn't the answer, what should you do instead? Here's one simple shift that you can make right now. Instead of focus on cutting carbs, focus on balancing them. Example, instead of having just a piece of toast for breakfast, pair it with eggs. Instead of cutting out fruit, have it with a little bit of protein, such as a lean protein source as a high quality lean protein shake, a little bit of Greek yogurt, some chicken, pork, or whatnot. But we always want to make sure that we're pairing all carbs with a lean protein source. Instead of skipping carbs at dinner, have a sweet potato or a complex carbohydrate, which is going to include a fiber with a lean protein source. This one shift alone can help regulate hormones, cravings, and even energy without triggering the stress response when carbs are too low. Now, here's the thing. Every woman's metabolism is different. And that's why I offer metabolism audits to help you figure out what your body needs right now. Not what your body needed in the past, not what some diet says, but what actually works for you in menopause. If you're curious about what's happening with your metabolism and what tweaks you need to make to start finally seeing results, click the link below to book your free metabolism audit. With me, spots are limited, so don't wait. Let's get you back on track. Now that you understand why low carb backfires in menopause, the next step is understanding how to eat in a way that works. Click here to watch the video, 3 Foods to Avoid in Menopause. It's a game changer.